Hey there, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts, so the weather and the traffic reports for the week starting May 13th, 2024. And remember, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, as these are just weather and traffic reports for all the Aries people in this case, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So, what is going on when it comes to your week? This week on the 13th, we've got the Sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus. And this is activating your second house of income, employment, values, valuables, and security. When we have these two come together, there is a big theme of excited and unorthodox activity, challenging limitations, but also lifting you up at the same time. And so work, finances, your whole material world is going to be really hectic on and around the 13th, but in ways that are helping you to maybe accelerate your growth or your progress when it comes to not only maybe climbing any professional ladders or getting a new job or a new role that you would like, but also getting a chance to explore paths less traveled when it comes to boosting your income and your personal economy. Just be ready because of this hecticness and because of this, again, sort of out of the box kind of combo. This could also bring some stressors and, again, some challenges to personal limitations to face. On the 18th, towards the end of the week, we've got Venus conjunct Uranus here at the same time as we've got the Sun conjunct Jupiter here. And so this is all about deviations and disruptions that bring lucky breaks. And so throughout this whole week, there is a big focus on things breaking around you for your own good. Deviations and disruptions means plans that maybe you had for work projects, or maybe a financial plan for the future are getting kind of turned upside down, but because of good things. Venus is bringing in opportunities for you to not only score from important hookups and favors and boosts to your popularity, but we've also got Jupiter here bringing in the wealth and the good luck and expansion and abundance as well. Just keep in mind that deviations and disruptions normally happen for a very important reason. Something that doesn't work or won't get there is getting displaced by something that will. And so you might need to be ready to think outside the box and accept life outside of a container as we go through this week. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Okay, Aries, it's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly tarot and the traffic. So we've got your spiritual themes, money, material concerns, career, practical situations. We've got your communications, news from other people, news from the environment, friends and family, challenges, and love, romance, partnerships, your personal life. And so let's have a look and see here. Okay, so for your big spiritual theme or the big focus of this week, you've got the Devil upright. And so when we get the Devil, this is going to be a week where a lot of your focus is going to be called to identifying and facing things that have become entrapping, oppressive, or adversarial influences in your life. Both things that maybe already are running, things that have maybe been in existence for a while, but also you are going to need to be cautious of things that could be coming into your life to keep you stuck where you are, keep you trapped where you are, or stuck in processes that are just like never ending. When we get the Devil card, if it is kind of a mystery as to where these problems are happening or what is responsible or who, could be a person, could be accounts, could be arrangements, could be commitments. The good news is with the Devil, that all gets cleared up as well. We have complete clarity as to what isn't working, what won't work, or what is working against us. But the thing is with the Devil, when it shows up here, gotta be ready to take it on. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, again, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Four of Swords reversed. And the Four of Swords reversed is actually a really interesting card because it comes with both a positive and a negative at the same time. And, you might veer between them every once in a while. This is a card of extremely fast activity, a lot of overnight changes, a lot of being on call, being ready to action. But also this can be a card of fast increases, fast money, things making you not only well there, but also in a space where you could be noticing a lot of demanding activity, plans changing, and a risk of burnout. So you got to be making sure that when it comes to finances and career and, practical family matters, that you are managing things that you can manage in a way that you can manage them, but don't be afraid either to seize opportunities as they come up, because this can be a cash cow kind of week. You just want to make sure that you know the right pace for you so you are not overdoing it. For your community, news from other people, friends, relatives, and other people in your life and all that, we've got the Sun upright. And so the Sun is all about happiness, fun, excitement. It's about relaxation. It's about peace. And when we get the Sun card, this is a time where a lot of you are likely going to be getting to enjoy some R&R with a friend or with a relative. This could be a card of healing, closing distances, especially with important people in your life, people inviting you out to play, people, maybe even opening up things for you that are going to be making your life a lot easier with and even outside of them. But with the Sun card, it's also a time to let people come in that are going to change up the way your routine and your environment work to make life easier on you, whether it is pulling you out of your routine or your environment, or maybe helping to make some tweaks or major adjustments to the way it's been. With the Sun, you could also expect a lot of you are going to be getting a chance to get more bonding activities with your most important people. Again, more fun, more recreation, more exhilaration. It's just going to be a really good week for your social life. For your challenge this week, you've got the Knight of Cups upright. And the Knight of Cups is a very positive card. It's all about openness. It's all about loyalty, caring, affection, kindness. But when we have this card show up as a challenge, we might be getting challenged ourselves to allow help, allow changes to our plans, or allow outside influences to fix things that we are afraid to fix, or to give us opportunities we're afraid to take, or to help us out in ways where we would be kind of taken out of our comfort zone. The Knight of Cups could be either a person, an ally, or this could be several people that are coming in to try and help you change your world up a little bit. And it can be a challenge because, again, the way they might be doing it could be uncomfortable or foreign or unfamiliar, but it's going to be good for you. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the King of Pentacles reversed. And so the King of Pentacles reversed is a card that talks all about possessiveness, controlling behavior, maybe even status obsession, greed, or people becoming overly preoccupied with a prize or a certain, let's just say, standard of life. And when we get this card, there could be something going on, either in a relationship or with a partner, or maybe around a relationship or family situation where somebody seems to be getting rather obsessive about that, or they might be getting too much into the grind. They might be overly concerned with things like status or with money, or there may be something going on where a person's become a workaholic. They're becoming very over-competitive, over-aggressive about achievements and accomplishments, and it can be kind of an alienating thing. This can also indicate a type of person that may show up for some of you who are single or are available to new people. And I would exercise caution. It's not clear as to whether or not this is just a weird mindset this person is in, or if it's their true personality. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrology and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 13th, 2024. And remember, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, as these are just general weather and traffic reports for the Taurus people as a group, you might want to head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So this week, it's all about you, because we've got all of the activity happening in your sign, your first house. On the 13th, this kicks off with the Sun conjunct Uranus, and we have this big focus on excited and unorthodox activity, challenging limitations that you have been living with. Now, when we have this kind of activity in our first house, this has to do with things that we are running in our lives, whether we are in charge of them, we're taking care of them by ourselves. It's our personal path, our personal journey, our personal goals, as well as our personal conduct and how we go about getting things done. And when we have excited and unorthodox activity, this can indicate beautiful opportunities for you to get ahead in life, especially when it comes to maybe attaining a personal goal or having a personal wish get granted, or even something that is helping to set you free from a challenging limitation that you may have been living with or abiding or experiencing in some way. However, while this is all very good, this can also turn our world upside down a little bit. And so you're going to need to be ready to, of course, accept the release of limitations that may be either put up by you or abided by you at the same time. On the 18th, we've got Venus conjunct Uranus in your sign at the same time as the Sun is conjunct Jupiter there. And we see deviations and disruptions that bring lucky breaks. And so as we close up this week, there's going to be a lot of important relationship developments, as well as gifts coming your way that are going to require you to deviate from a road you've been on, or maybe a path you have been committed to, in order to fully accept them. Deviations and disruptions can be good, even though they may be inconvenient, or they may bring up, again, personal limitations, which I think was a theme that got started earlier in the week. But when we have these come together, these could also be important gifts, hookups, leads, and referrals and conversations that really do boost your personal life and your practical world at the same time. So entertain them. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Okay, Taurus, it's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly tarot and the traffic. So we're going to be looking at the spiritual themes, what this week is all about, money and material concerns, news and messages from other people, challenges, and love, romance, and partnerships. Okay. So when it comes to the spiritual theme, what this week is all about, you've got the Six of Cups upright, which is all about the past. It's all about happy returns, restorations, reconnecting with things from the past, recharging ourselves with familiar and nostalgic indulgences, but also even getting back pieces of ourselves. And so this week, you might be taking a few trips down memory lane, but it's also about revisiting and maybe even reconnecting with things that you lost, aspects of yourself, old opportunities, old money, old connections. And with the Six of Cups, when it's upright, it's all good stuff. Like, this is all stuff that brings love, brings joy, or brings happiness into your life. This is not about unhappy returns, right? So it's on you if you're prone to projecting negativity into a positive message, fishing evil out of the jaws of a gift. So don't do that. I've seen a lot of people on tarot stuff lately. So, but with this card, allow for some pleasant returns and some happy trips down memory lane. This can actually be a very, very sweet week for you. both in practical matters and in your personal life. For your material circumstances with work, job, finances, and all of that, you do have the Five of Pentacles upright. And so while that Six of Cups really takes a lot of the edge off of this card, this is still a card of struggle. This is still a card of lack. This is a card of disappointments. When we get the Five of Pentacles upright, there may be something that comes up where we realize we may have hit a dead end with a plan, a financial plan, a professional plan, or there could be some sense of loss or upset coming to you this week. The Five of Pentacles does have a silver lining, and the important thing to remember with this card is that we don't have to stay in this space for very long. This can indicate a need to change strategies, change paths, maybe change tacts. There could even be something going on where either you are getting help, you just need to accept it, you need to accept alternatives, or this could be somebody, if it's not happening to you directly, you could be dealing with somebody who is going through this week, or this might be something cropping up in a work or personal environment. For your community, communications from other people, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Page of Wands upright, which is all about invitations. It's all about initiations. It's all about people trying to proposition or push you for things that are really going to lift you up. This is a card that does talk about speeding up good plans, whether these are plans in motion or these are new ideas. This could be something going on where you are getting a chance to have somebody lift something up that is small in your life into something bigger, or this could be, with the Page of Wands, somebody giving you an important lead, a recommendation, or even recruiting themselves to join you in some kind of quest or some kind of endeavor that you are in. But whatever is going on, the Page of Wands is a lot of help. Ooh. And there he goes. Okay. For your challenge this week, you've got the Eight of Pentacles upright. And so the Eight of Pentacles is all about details. It's all about productivity. It's also about upgrades, updates, and improvements. So when this card shows up as a challenge, this is usually a call to see where we have fallen behind. Maybe in a plan, in a work ethic, where we might be overlooking details, because the Eight of Pentacles is indicating a lot of upgrades and updates are coming your way. Upgrades to your life in general, maybe more money coming in, things improving around your environment, maybe things also changing as far as a short or midterm plan, going through a radical improvement as well. But if you are feeling like you're not up to speed with it, your skill set, your education, your know-how, or your time to be able to invest is just not in sync, your challenge is to get in sync, get current, and get in sync. For your relationships and love life and your personal life, you've got the Eight of Wands upright. And the Eight of Wands is all about accelerations. It's all about fast developments, fast communications, things that are shifting into high gear. And this could be a week where a lot of things that you've got going on with a partner are starting to speed up or shift into high gear when it comes to plans that you've maybe been working on together. Or this could indicate an accelerated development in your love life with a partner, or if you're single or available, somebody new or recent on the scene could be starting to, again, shift into fifth gear. If we've been going really slowly, things are going to start picking up the pace, whether this is something going on between the two of you or something that you're going through together or working on together, whether you're coupled or single, that it's also speeding up here. This is about progress. This is about swift news. This is about again, moving into maybe a routine or into a pace that is probably going to be a lot more involved than the way you guys have been carrying on in recent history. But it is also something that is going to bring a great deal of satisfaction and a good sense of fruitfulness to the relationship as well. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 13th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, as these are just general weather and traffic reports for all the Geminis out there, at least in this video's case, you just need to go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your week? This week, we start off with the Sun and Uranus conjunct in Taurus on the 13th, activating your 12th house of the past, private matters, hidden opportunities, secret pursuits, shortcuts, secret information in general, as well as even history as it affects the present. And so the Sun conjunct Uranus is all about excited and unorthodox activity, challenging limitations. And so this is kicking off a theme for the week for you. And there is likely going to be something that does show up through a private engagement, a secret exchange, or maybe something that you've got going on behind the scenes that is helping you to challenge a limitation that maybe has followed you into the present. Now, this could be a financial limitation. This could be something going on with maybe old issues, old stories, old commitments, old paths, old journeys, or this could be a secret opportunity, a secret gift, or some kind of shortcut opening up that you want to make sure that you entertain. However, excited and unorthodox activity does stir the pot, and so this might also be something that could be considered controversial in certain areas of your world, even though it's going to serve you well. On the 18th, we've got Venus conjunct Uranus here, and we've also got the Sun conjunct Jupiter here. And so this is all about deviations and disruptions that bring lucky breaks. And when we talk about Venus getting involved, Venus brings gifts. Venus is about love, affection, popularity, and favors. And Jupiter's all about wealth, abundance, and expansion, and good luck. And so when we're talking about disruptions and deviations, there could be something that is happening either with you or with somebody related to a matter of your past, or again, something that you're working on privately, or maybe a hot tip or an exchange, or maybe a friend or an important connection that is helping to lift you up out of something that you have been stuck with, or you think you've had to stay stuck with for a very long time. This can also indicate, however, a deviation from or a disruption of an old journey or an old path that you've been kind of maybe on the fence about seeing through. And so this could also stir the pot for you as well, but this is going to be something that also takes good care of you. So again, excited and unorthodox activity, deviations and disruptions, it's a big part of your world this week. So that's what we've got for the astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Okay, Gemini, it's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly tarot and the traffic. So we've got your spiritual themes, your money and material concerns, career, finances, practical matters, communications, messages from other people, the outside world, friends and family, challenges, and love, romance, and partnerships. Okay. So for your big spiritual focus of this week, you've got the Three of Wands in reverse. So the Three of Wands reverse is one of those cards that on the surface can seem like really frustrating and really pushy, but it's kind of a really frustrating, pushy card for our own good. This is a card of warnings about missed opportunities or not knowing what we're missing out on or running the risk of missing out on opportunities. This card shows up sometimes when we will be catching oversights of the past, or we may be getting called to pay close attention to where things that we've not been giving priority or things that we've been distracted from need our attention now because they're going through a chance for a big break. This can also indicate, however, some things in your life that maybe you've been trying to force to happen or worked, even though it's been kind of working against you, are likely going to show signs of just, that's it. It's over. There's no way to go forward with it on that plan, on that road. But remember, some of those things have probably just been distractions from things that are actually going to be taking good care of you. So pay attention to where we might be notified of opportunities we didn't know we were missing out on, and things that could be keeping us, in a state of missing out on good. For your material circumstances, your work, job, finances, practical affairs, home and family, you've got the Seven of Cups reversed, which is a card of commitments. It's one of the big commitment cards, and it's also a card of organization, decluttering, demystifying, and removing anything that could be, again, a distraction or a costly investment or something that has been maybe keeping your world in a state of confusion, disorganization, or even lack to a certain degree, or a state of inertia in another degree. So this could be a really good card for anybody looking to crystallize some good financial or professional commitments this week, absolutely, because the Seven of Cups is like security, transparency, everything is crystal clear and, safe. But this is also a good card for anyone looking to get a lot of chaos, get a lot of chaotic people, get a lot of chaotic situations to either tone down or disappear entirely from practical affairs and financial matters, whether they are directly involved or environmental influences. And this is also a card of, kind of straightening out a path that's become crooked. This could also be maybe helping us to sort something where we didn't know where to go next. It's a beautiful, beautiful reversed card. For your communications, friends, relatives, other people around you, you've got the Four of Pentacles upright. And so the Four of Pentacles is all about kind of turtling up. It's a card of, putting up stronger boundaries, going in within oneself. Because this is happening in this position, I'm not sure if this is necessarily happening with you personally, or if this is something going on with a person that we have been in communications with. A lot of the times with the Four of Pentacles, we see situations where people are pulling back. They are choosing to withdraw or not engage. This could be a card where you may find out that somebody is choosing to stop or maybe is choosing to not contribute as much energy or effort or resources to something that we were hoping that they would. Or this could even be somebody that we know kind of getting out of Dodge, taking a time out, or whatever. They're going into their shell. And with the Four of Pentacles, this could be something that forces us to kind of adjust. This might be something that we support. Some of you may be okay with it. Some of you might not be okay with it. But it is going to have an effect on other matters kind of connected to this situation. For your challenge this week, you've got the Emperor reversed. So the Emperor card reversed is all about irresponsibility and kind of a vacillating between two extremes. We usually get either the immature brat kind of energy that wants to also be in charge at the same time. This is usually the kind of person who, it's kind of like they have a lot, they're very high maintenance, they have a lot of control issues and a lot of triggers, and yet at the same time, they can't be trusted to take responsibility for themselves, much less anything else going on. Or we've got the other side where they are extremely tyrannical and they are somebody who is, for the most part, somebody who can take authority, but they're highly corrupted. And this could be an individual in your life. This could be a situation where it is an authority figure in your life, or maybe just somebody in your life who is supposed to have something under control, right? They're supposed to be able to adult socially, professionally, emotionally, mentally in this way, but they are not. And this could indicate possibly a mistake going on, or maybe this person acting up or acting out. If it's not a person, this could just be a project or maybe a situation that was built around somebody like this, showing its true colors. And for your love life with romance and partnerships, you've got the Eight of Cups reversed. And the Eight of Cups reversed is all about returns. It's one of the cards of retrievals, as well as reunions. And so a lot of you may find that your love life is kind of going back to an old path, going back and reconnecting with maybe an old aspect of your journey, or maybe there could be something going on where you are getting a chance to retrieve something from the past. With the Eight of Cups reversed, we might be revisiting an old idea, an old goal, with a partner, or if it's somebody new or somebody recent, it could be somebody that is going to help you get in touch with an old goal or an old path. This could even indicate a situation where it's possible a return journey has to happen, where it's possible we are reconnecting with somebody that we've become distant with, whether this is related to your love life directly or indirectly, or this could also be just simply a situation where either you or a partner is getting a chance to return to an aspect of the past, old friendships, old professional commitments, old professional whatevers, but it is going to change the dynamic of the relationship a little bit if we choose to carry that forward beyond this week. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene. And if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrology and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 13th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. Because remember, these are just general weather and traffic reports, in this case for the Cancerian people, whatever variety they are. And so what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 13th, this big theme gets kicked off, where we have the Sun conjunct Uranus in the sign of Taurus, your 11th house of friendships, your support system, and community. And when we have the Sun and Uranus come together, we have excited and unorthodox activity, challenging limitations. Now, these two coming together, it's actually really, really good. This is all about inventiveness. This is about progress. This is about things kind of taking unexpectedly helpful turns, but we also see personal limitations and external limitations getting challenged by something that could be lifting you up or promoting you in some way. Now, this could be a big shift in an important friendship or connection that is going to lift up another area of your world. Or this could be something going on where your social life is transforming into something that is much more supportive and nurturing of you and what you've got going on, but you would have to leave maybe something that you have been carrying on the way you've been carrying on in order to fully integrate it. On the 18th, we've got Venus conjunct Uranus in Taurus, and we've got the Sun conjunct Jupiter in Taurus. So again, this 11th house. And this is about deviations and disruptions that bring lucky breaks. So this can show up where Venus, of course, bringing favors, gifts, popularity, and love, and Jupiter bringing wealth and good luck, are bringing us blessings that are disrupting the way our world works, or maybe requiring us to deviate from familiar patterns, familiar routines, and ruts, and again, things that seem to be maybe too small for us to live in anymore. This could be something that is a development in a professional circle or in a personal circle, or something going on with a personal friendship one-on-one or a professional relationship one-on-one. Either way, this is another win opportunity for you, but be prepared. You're going to have to deviate from your usual way of carrying on, and this will likely require a disruption or abandonment of an old plan, or way of carrying on. So that is what I've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's head on over and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Okay, Cancer, it's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly tarot and the traffic. And so it looks like for your spiritual themes, well, we're going to reveal them in a second. Spiritual themes: money, material concerns, practical affairs, career, community, messages from other people, friends, relatives, challenges, and love, romance, and partnerships. Okay. So for your big spiritual theme or the big focus of this week, you've got the Four of Cups upright. So the Four of Cups upright, it's one of those cards that is good for reminding us that we have free will and we have to do things, right? The tarot and the astrology don't just do things to us and we're like objects devoid of meaning in the universe, just kind of floating about while stuff happens to us. And the Four of Cups is all about, if we let it be, boredom, dissatisfaction, tunnel vision, a lack of feeling, a lack of fulfillment. And with the Four of Cups, what the message is that this is a week where we are getting a chance to see blessings in disguise that we need to give more priority to, or we need to look over things more seriously than we have. There could be things coming up from recent history, the recent past, or even new things that come in that in the beginning don't feel like they strike a spark with you. Or to put it in that way, resonate. But at the same time, you know what? Sometimes that initial spark, that initial resonance doesn't show up right away in the beginning. Maybe you're too preoccupied with other things, right? We can get preoccupied, we can get distracted, so that resonance doesn't just snap us out of it all the time. There are things that could be hidden blessings that are not trying to get your attention the way you're used to getting your attention got. And this is a week to be discerning and to look a little bit more carefully at maybe what's come up recently, as well as what's coming up. For your material circumstances, your work, job, finances, practical affairs, we've got the Hangman upright. And so the Hangman is all about a pause. It's all about taking a break. It's all about things kind of going into a bit of a chrysalis phase. When the Hangman shows up, there could be something that we have been working on or trying to get done or complete, or maybe something we're trying to push forward that needs to go up on the shelf for a little bit. This could be a conversation with a person. This could be something relating to a financial or professional conversation. But this Hangman situation is indicating there has to be a slowdown here. Now, this can be a bit disappointing, especially if we wanted to maintain a certain kind of schedule. But this card usually shows up where if we actually don't try to force this to happen on the schedule it originally was on, it's going to come out better than if we try to force it just to have it our way. This is also a card, however, that is indicating while this break is going on, you might be kind of taking a bit of a detour on a financial or professional or even a household plan. And it could be something that shows up that, could be good for you. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Moon card reversed. And the Moon card reversed is all about reveals. It's all about secrets coming out, puzzles and mysteries getting solved. And so there could be something getting revealed this week from a friend or a relative, or about a friend or a relative or a group that you're a part of or a connection that you have, that helps clear up a mystery, that helps clear up something where you've been a little bit uncertain, maybe things a little bit shaky either with them or about whatever that circumstance was. This can also indicate important discoveries made by other people that you are going to need to know. This could be answering things that you don't have answers for, helping to organize your life or put things into better context with something that is very, either near and dear to your heart or crucial to a plan that you would like to go forward with for the rest of maybe the month or even the rest of the year, maybe. But with the reveal of the Moon card reversed, what has been kept secret or has maybe been muddled, no longer. For your challenge this week, you've got the Three of Pentacles reversed. And the Three of Pentacles reversed can indicate, there's likely going to be some dissension, some teamwork issues going on in group endeavors. This could be a call for us to pay attention to who we normally go to for advice, for help. Not necessarily always a bad thing. Sometimes this is a card that says, shake it up. If you always go to the same people for the same whatevers, they might not be available. They might not have the answers that you're looking for, or the resources that you're looking for, or the hookups that you're looking for. Or maybe in a more negative sense, yes, there could be some issues going on in groups, or, again, teamwork breakdowns. Either way, there may be a need to kind of go your own way this week in these kinds of situations. If they come up, you may have to rearrange your roster when it comes to teams and how and who you go to for what when this card shows up. And finally, for relationships, love, romance, and partnerships, we've got the Ace of Cups upright, which is all about new beginnings in love, new affection, new love stories, or new love adventures, new chapters starting in love. Now, this can indicate the end of a phase or a stage in an existing relationship and having that stage be replaced by a new one. This could be a change in the way that we relate to a partner. This could indicate something going on where maybe there is a lot more intimacy, or maybe some kind of new activity, new love language, or something that is going to be a lot more stimulating and a lot more current to who we are coming forward here. The Ace of Cups can indicate also new love opportunities and new commitments for those of you who are single or available to new people. And this is also a card of opening up, people opening up, sharing more deeply, becoming vulnerable, becoming transparent. And so that's also going to be a sweet theme of this week for you. And so that's what I've got for you, Cancerian folks. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 13th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, because these are just general weather and traffic reports for, in this case, all the Leo varieties of people watching, you can go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 13th, the theme of the week really kicks off. We've got the Sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus, your 10th house of career, upward mobility, status, station, promotions, and raises. And when we have the Sun and Uranus come together, we see excited and unorthodox activity, challenging limitations, and this is for your progress. This is for your own good. Now, a lot of environmental shakeups are likely going to happen this week for you when it comes to career and business matters and even some professional connections, relationships. But what also happens here is that because of a landscape change, you are getting a chance to seize an opportunity that was not afforded to you to maybe grow or progress down a new path. Now, this could be something that is opening up because of this excited and unorthodox activity, or this is starting a new trend that's going to take you there in a very short period of time. Either way, personal limitations and external limitations will get challenged by this. On the 18th, we've got Venus conjunct Uranus here in Taurus, that 10th house, and the Sun conjunct Jupiter at the same time. And so this is all about deviations and disruptions that bring lucky breaks. And so this can indicate gifts coming to you, favors, links, or hookups, because Venus is all about gift giving, all about setting us up for the best. And Jupiter is all about, of course, bringing in the wealth, abundance, expansion, and good luck. And there is likely going to be something that, again, gets kicked off on or around the 18th or even the beginning of next week, where you are getting a chance to maneuver out of a role, a space, or just sort of a normal in your work or career life that is going to transform sooner and later how your earning power goes to work for you. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Okay, Leo, it's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly tarot and the traffic. And so, spiritual themes, money and material concerns, practical affairs, news from other people, friends, family, community, contacts, challenges, and love, romance, and partnerships. Okay. So when it comes to this week's big themes, you've got the Fool upright. And so the Fool card is all about fresh starts, new beginnings. It's kind of like the new moon of the tarot deck. And you are going to need to be ready to adjust your course and your plans maybe several times this week, because the Fool card is all about blank pages and new commitments that are kind of coming in to get set or be embarked upon, that are going to kind of take you every once in a while into unfamiliar spaces, into uncharted territory. There's a foreignness in the air with this card, but new beginnings and new adventures that could also be not only very socially stimulating and beneficial for your personal life or your life in general, but even things that could be ways for you to kind of climb to higher heights are getting underway. The world is changing when the Fool card shows up. The layout of your life is likely going to have a lot of new beginnings and new seed plantings happen. So just be ready. This is not going to be a repeat of last week or carry on a lot of things that maybe have been the normal for you. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And so the Wheel of Fortune reversed is a card of unhappy chance. This can indicate something going on either in an environment that we're a part of, a work environment, a family environment, or some kind of arrangement that we have where things seem to be taking a bit of a downturn. With the Wheel of Fortune reversed, this could likely be because of either a mistake, something being trusted to chance, a bad risk that was either taken in recent history, or a bad risk that's being put on the table. And you are being cautioned with this card not to trust to chance too much, not to surrender too much, and make sure that you're also keeping an eye on things that you've been more hands-off with, play it by ear with, and get more involved. This can, however, for those of you who've checked out the Daily Tarot also know I mentioned this there, this can, however, indicate sometimes an opportunity to inherit something that was maybe treated like trash by another person, but could be treasure for us. So there's always a little bit of a happy note there, but just be careful with that card. Don't be too passive. Don't be too hands-off. Don't be too waifish. And make sure that you are, again, you're not taking any unnecessary risks or gambling with anything this week. For your community, news from other people, friends, relatives, contacts, you've got the Justice card reversed. And this card does indicate possibly a conflict or some kind of issue coming up that could show where a separation, an unfair decision, or an imbalance has gotten a bit out of control or is revealing itself for why it was no good. Now, this could be something that is going on that involves you, either because of your association with this person, or this could be something getting revealed about something going on in another person's life, in another household, in another space, as they might still be connected to you. With the Justice card reversed, this can also be a card that reveals lies. It can be a card that reveals deceit, misconceptions, misunderstandings, misleading information. And so it may be something comes forward that you need to be careful with. Either somebody could be trying to spread a lie or try to get you to believe a lie, or it may be the fact that with the Justice card reversed, a lie is getting unmasked this week. For your challenge, you've got the Seven of Wands reversed. I'm sorry, upright. Upright, for all of you crazy reverse superstition people. The Seven of Wands upright is all about determination, yes, but it is also about standing your ground, seizing advantages when they appear, and also conquering things that have been maybe working against you or have been oppressive influences in whatever way. When this card shows up as a challenge, you need to be ready to act. You need to be ready to fight back. You need to be ready to stand your ground. And again, not be passive. This is a card that can indicate that even though, yes, there could be some stuff stirred up this week, you are still in an advantaged position. This could also indicate here a need to be tougher, a need to go harder on things than maybe you usually do or that you have in the past. If we've been too easy breezy, if we have maybe been overly compassionate or overly empathetic, it's time to find a balance. Otherwise, you might be getting walked on by other people. And there could even be some people trying to help you this week that you want to make sure that you allow to help you. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we've got the Six of Swords reversed. And Six of Swords reversed is all about turnarounds. It's all about changing directions. It could be about delays or pauses or even return journeys. And so I feel like what's happening this week is that there could be something about a plan or an agenda that maybe we've been trying to set forward with a partner getting turned around. This could be something that is happening because of an external development. This could be our own decision. Sometimes this card can show up in a good way, especially if you're hoping that a partner is rethinking something that they were about to do, and you're kind of hoping that they would either wait or change their mind. So this could be a really good card for that. But this can also be a card of, again, return journeys. And so even opportunities to return to something, an old course, an old road, or an old plan, an old ideal. And this can also indicate, yes, returns from the past, whether it's literal returns to the past or maybe a return of things that remind us of the past, or a return of people or connections with people that are, taking us down memory lane, being a big theme of this week for you in love as well. Whether this is for those of you who are coupled or for those of you who are single and available. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene. And if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 13th, 2024. And a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. Because remember, these are just general weather and traffic reports for all the Virgo varieties out there. At least this video is. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, starting on the 13th, the week's theme really comes into focus. The Sun will be conjunct Uranus in Taurus, your 9th house of expansion, growth, big moves, big travel opportunities, big contracts, long-distance connections, and any kind of government, legal, or academic matters that you have going on in your life. Now, when we have these two come together, we see excited and unorthodox activity challenging limitations. And this spells wins for you that you are going to need to be ready to step out of your comfort zone for. With the Sun conjunct Uranus, this could indicate an important development with maybe a long distance connection, or maybe a travel or move plan or aspiration, or something that is going to really take you out of maybe your bubble or your comfort zone in order to boost both your social life and even your professional life at the same time. This could also indicate the transformation of a rule or the transformation of a standard or a policy existing in a place that has governed you or run your life in some way. And that transition, that transformation away from that rule or whatever that limitation was, is going to be very liberating for you. But you are going to need to be ready again. This is going to force you to deviate from a lot of your normals. Now, speaking of deviations, on the 18th, we've got Venus conjunct Uranus in Taurus, that 9th house, and we've got the Sun conjunct Jupiter there as well. And so deviations and disruptions are bringing lucky breaks as we go into the weekend and even into the beginning of next week. So this can indicate sharp changes in plans, sharp changes in agendas, things that kind of disrupt a project or works in progress, but because we're better off that they are disrupted. This could indicate an important gift because of Venus, or some kind of lucky break financially or professionally because of Jupiter that is making it so. When this kind of thing happens, we have kind of I guess you could say a jailbreak moment, but we also have an opportunity to go on an adventure when it comes to something quite gainful. Just pay attention. This could stir the pot, not just with you, but possibly with other people. But again, this could also be considered a win. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with the tarot and the traffic. Okay, Virgo, it's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly tarot and the traffic. So we've got your spiritual themes, what this week's all about, news from other people. Oh, sorry, not news from other people. This is practical affairs, work, career, money. This is news from other people. Friends, family, contacts, things like that. Challenges. And love, romance, and partnerships. Okay. So when it comes to this week's big theme, you've got the Lover's card upright. And so this week is going to be rife with a lot of long-term commitments, win-win deals, win-win collaborations, connections. And there's a big emphasis on decisions getting made that have been maybe up in the air for a long time. When we get the Lover's card upright, it's all about paths getting set, whether it's for relationships or it's for courses that we need to be ready to commit to for however long. With the Lover's card, this is going to be a week where a lot of contracts, a lot of pending talks, a lot of pending developments, things that have been sort of waiting to happen are also going to start finally getting confirmed, which is really nice. But you also want to remember that with the Lover's card upright, there will be a lot of opportunities for partnerships to also form. Not just romantic partnerships, but that's certainly available, but also business partnerships, friendships, alliances, and things that could already be existing, even jumping up a status or going through an evolution. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Ace of Pentacles upright. And this week is all about new stability, new long-term security. This is about new profits. The Ace of Pentacles is all about a new beginning in your earning power, new trends getting set, maybe new jobs for some of you. But with this, it's all about new stability being secured. With the Ace of Pentacles, I've often referred to this card as a gift that keeps on giving. Now, this could be something evolving out of something you've got going on, or possibly a new offer or a new development getting set. But whatever is happening here, your roads are getting quite secured. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Ten of Wands upright. And the Ten of Wands is all about overwhelm. It's all about burdens. It's all about things being too much to handle, people struggling under the weight of their own responsibilities. And there could be something coming up this week where you have to be ready to assist or get involved in a situation where somebody that you know, or maybe a situation that you're connected to, has kind of gone that way. This could also be a card of news of a move of some kind going on, whether it's commencing, it's getting underway, however close it might be happening to or with you, or there could be even news of some other kind of move or transition going on around you that is also going to be changing the dynamic of a connection or maybe the layout of a community. Whatever is happening here with the Ten of Wands, it does look like there is still going to be some difficulty in this. Again, it's a burdensome card, but it is something that still is actually a sign of success. It's just sort of like high maintenance success, something that requires a lot of extra. For your challenge this week, you've got the Star upright. And the Star card is all about new life directions. It's all about restoration. It's all about healing. But it is also a card of patience. When we get the Star card upright, it indicates good news, good fortune coming to us, but in fractions, in stages. We get like 1 quarter here, 1 quarter here, 1 quarter here, 1 quarter here, and then finally we've got the whole package. When we've got the Star card upright, it can be really important to know how to pace yourself. There may be temptations this week to rush or hurry things because they are trending a good way and try to push them as far as they can go. That would be a mistake. And with the Star card, it's all about understanding things need to still happen in due time. If something is set to go in a really good way over the course of the next month, trying to make it happen tomorrow could F the whole thing up, and we would only have ourselves to blame. With the Star, however, this could indicate good news, again, coming your way, that you want to be ready to start encouraging and setting the right conditions for with your own life and what you've got going on, and that would be a good way to prepare. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Queen of Wands reversed. And so there could be some controversy, or maybe some kind of battle going on this week, near or involved in a love relationship. Because the Queen of Wands reversed is all about manipulation. It's about aggression, explosive behavior, emotional volatility, instability. And with the Queen of Wands reversed, there could be something that comes up where you have to basically face a situation like that for what it is. Usually with the Queen of Wands reversed, this can be something that is either stimulated by somebody outside of your personal life, or this could be something coming up as a controversial topic around, or a controversy around a hot topic in a relationship situation. So hot topics could be things like money, living situations, in-laws, relatives, or other kinds of hot topics, no-go zones that could be getting a bit iffy. This could also indicate potentially people even getting a bit too intense or going over the top in certain relationship matters. And again, if we're not careful, and this could turn into, fights. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 13th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can always go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. Because remember, these are just general weather and traffic reports, in this case, in this video, for all the Libra varieties. And so what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 13th, we see the theme of this week kick off with the Sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus, which is your 8th house of shared resources, shared responsibilities, bonus money, bonus income, as well as self-employment earnings, and anything relating to intimacy, sexuality, and sometimes even a partner's income or a partner's contributions to a partnership, be it a marriage, a romantic relationship, or a business partnership. Now, in this case, we have, with the Sun conjunct Uranus, excited and unorthodox activity, challenging limitations. Now, excited and unorthodox is actually a boon here. This is a win condition in astrology, but there could be something going on that stimulates a victory, whether it's a financial victory or a relational victory for you, that does require you to step away from your usual schedule, or maybe be ready to open your mind about things that you've not necessarily been open to exploring. Sometimes this can show up where a win for us requires us to cancel or deviate from a plan or from an agenda or a project or a commitment of some kind. There could be a big financial win, or maybe something that is setting you up for financial improvements, living situation improvements, or relationship improvements, but requires everybody involved to be ready to change their course away from the way they've been carrying on. Either way, limitations will get challenged as a result. But again, like I said, this is a win condition. On the 18th, we've got Venus conjunct Uranus here in that 8th house, as well as the Sun conjunct Jupiter here. And so this is all about deviations and disruptions that bring lucky breaks. And this is one of those weekends, because this is going to feel this on and around the 18th, pretty much from the 19th to about the 21st. This is something that is likely going to disrupt or upset a plan, an account, an agreement, a commitment, or an arrangement in your life for your own good and for the good of all concerned. Venus could be bringing in gifts. Venus does bring in gifts and favors and love and affection. And Jupiter does bring in luck and wealth and abundance. And so there could be something going on where we have a chance to break free of something or leave something that we've been kind of working towards or walking towards because of a gift or a boon. This will stir the pot as well and challenge limitations as well. But it is also another win condition. So that is what I've got for you all. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot now and the traffic. Okay, Libra, it's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly tarot and the traffic. So we've got your spiritual themes, money and material concerns, news and messages from other people, challenges, and love, romance, and partnerships. Okay. So when it comes to your spiritual themes, you've got the Queen of Cups upright, which is one of our fixer cards. The Queen of Cups is all about healing. It's all about, guidance. It's all about nourishment. It's also one of the cards I refer to as kind of the fairy godmother cards. This card can show up where you might notice a lot of really helpful interference going on in your life throughout the course of this week, whether it's interference from other people or interference from circumstance, but it's helpful nonetheless. When we get the Queen of Cups, it's important to pay attention to where things are showing up to take care of us, move pieces on the board for us, or even rearrange certain things, whether we are accustomed to it or not, to be more suitable to what we bring to the table and what's going to do right by us. With the Queen of Cups, this could be maybe one person, this could be several people, or this kind of situation could repeat several times throughout the course of this week, but that is going to make it a good one. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Temperance card upright, which is all about integration. This is beginning a process of transitioning onto a better road or transitioning into a better way of life as it relates to a professional or financial setup that you have. Now, the Temperance card could indicate also the recovery or even the reversal of a negative situation that has followed you, financially speaking, or this could be something that is repairing old issues that could still be maybe exerting a negative influence over your life. With the Temperance card, this is something that's not going to be able to come all the way true this week. This is likely going to be a full week or even a 2-week experience that gets started this week, but it's like We're making progress integrating every single day. It's a card of blending, but it is a card of, again, really good news. Again, we're kind of segueing out of a trend and into something much more suitable and much more gainful for us. For your community, communications, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Page of Pentacles reversed. And so the Page of Pentacles reversed is all about quits. It's all about potential losses, things that are getting dropped plans, maybe a lack of effort, or maybe even things that are just not paying off. And so when this is coming through, you might be getting news from somebody about something going on in their life that either does directly involve you, or maybe it's just a friend or a relative, letting you know what's going on, where they are having to quit, drop, or abandon something that they are involved in. And, it's kind of like they need to, either they need help in being able to pull it off, or there could be something going on where somebody else or another situation has quit or flopped in their life. And so there may be a call to action to, assist them, or something else might be getting dropped or quit. It's going nowhere, and this situation needs an alternative. For your challenge this week, you've got the Magician card reversed. And the Magician card reversed is all about making sure that we are not letting ourselves get manipulated, but also at the same time making sure that we are not manipulating other people. And because sometimes the Magician card reverse can show up as a personal warning too. There needs to be a focus on looking at things the way they are versus the way we or other people want to see them or want us to see them. Sometimes this card can show up where we need to be ready to face another person who has been maybe a manipulator, whether they've been manipulating in a very nefarious way, puppeteering people, or they've been just kind of making themselves out to be better or more capable or more talented than they really are. When it comes to us, we might also need to be ready to make sure that we're not trying to control too much about what other people think of us, because we might not necessarily be setting ourselves up for success. What if the real us is actually more popular than our persona, right? That kind of situation can also come up with this card. And so be careful about that. And also, again, just be careful about manipulators, abuses of skills, abuses of trust, because that could come up this week. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Hermit reversed. And so the Hermit card reversed is all about emergence. It's all about things coming out in the open. This can also be about sharing and reconnecting. And so this is a card where a lot of you may find that, partners or partner intendeds or even new people are starting to really open up, again, kind of come out of their shell this week, especially about things that maybe they have been keeping to themselves, handling solo, or maybe they're just ready to mix and mingle. They want to have a more active, dynamic social life, and so the social life around the relationship is becoming a lot more dynamic. And with the Hermit card reversing, it can be very refreshing. It can be really good. This can also be a card where things are starting to come out of the woodwork. And so for those of you who are single or available to new people, this could be a week where people that have been hiding in plain sight, wallflower type people, are also going to be a little bit more available to you. And when it comes to love partners and partner intendeds, if they've been sort of out of the loop, keeping distant, or out of sync, this is going to be a week where syncing back up is happening. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 13th, 2024. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can always go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or just follow the links in the down bar below, because as you know, these are just weekly astrological weather forecasts and tarot traffic forecasts for, in this case, all the Scorpios who are watching. So keep that in mind. So let's have a look and see what's going on with your week. On the 13th, we've got the Sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus, your 7th house of partnerships and closest one-on-one connections. So this is the boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you have your most involved relationships, closest one-on-one connections, and joint ventures with. When we have the Sun conjunct Uranus here, it sets off the theme of the week, which is all about excited and unorthodox activity, challenging limitations. Now, one of the things we got to remember with this, though, is that the Sun conjunct Uranus is also bringing in progress, improvements, and stimulating growth and a lot of new senses of fulfillment, adventure, and excitement in our connections, in our relationships, more ambition, more productivity. But whatever is occurring on or around the 13th, again, it's starting up a trend for this week where a lot of partnerships or maybe a lot of relationship statuses are going to be getting shuffled up and shuffled around a lot because relationship paths are changing for the better. Challenging limitations could indicate challenging personal limitations, partner limitations, or the limitations of the partnership, whether it's a business partnership, a friendship, or a romantic relationship. But I do want to stress that this is about breaking everybody out of a shell that has been cramping their style. On the 18th, we've got Venus conjunct Uranus in Taurus, as well as the Sun conjunct Jupiter in Taurus. And so we're also seeing deviations and disruptions that bring lucky breaks. So this is an evolution of what we just spoke about. It's like the energy from the 13th is just amplifying on the 18th. And so we see Venus bringing in gifts, love, favor, popularity, and affection, and Jupiter bringing in wealth, abundance, good luck, and good fortune. So these are all great things, but deviations and disruptions indicate path changes that might need to be considered. Disruptions to plans that we may have with partners or plans that we have for the future with a partnership, a business project, or an alliance, or possibly deviations from courses that we've come down on will be served well by these gifts and by this luck that's coming through from Venus and Jupiter. However, very much like the 13th, this could challenge limitations that partnerships have been living with or coexisting with in order for it to really be something that can be capitalized on. So that is what I've got for you as far as your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with the tarot and the traffic. Okay, Scorpio, it's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly tarot and the traffic. So we've got spiritual themes, money and material concerns, news and messages for other people, or from other people, I should say, friends, family, contacts, challenges, and love, romance, and partnerships. Okay. So for your spiritual theme, the big focus of this week, you've got the Knight of Pentacles upright. And so the Knight of Pentacles is all about new dedicated commitments, new prosperity that is going to be quite secure, that could be showing up from a lot of different conversations, kind of working over different areas of your world. The Knight of Pentacles is all about getting a chance to hold on to something that is about to get a lot bigger, but you need to be ready to engage it. You need to make sure that there's always budgeted time. This can show up in a spiritual theme as a lot of new commitments happening left, right, and center. And when we have this Knight of Pentacles, you're also getting set up for a wealthier way, socially and financially this week. So be careful to just make sure that you are keeping up with those changes and you are aware of the totality of a lot of things that are coming up. This is a good week, especially if you've been feeling like things have been a bit chaotic. a bit too high energy, a bit too hot to handle, because the Knight of Pentacles comes in as a very strong stabilizer and protector. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Six of Wands upright. So again, there is this focus on huge wins in all matters of money and career. The Six of Wands is about triumph, it's about acclaim, it's about popularity, it's about conquest over obstacles. And so this is a week where a big win is likely going to be in store. Some of you may find that your reputation is going through a powerful boost as well, not only when it comes to just life at the office, just maybe even around your market. The Six of Wands can also indicate something very cool as far as either a one-time or recurring financial boost is on the table. But either way, we've got a really, really good week in all things work and money. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Ace of Wands reversed. And the Ace of Wands reversed is indicating there could be something going on with a friend or with a contact or a relative where our interest in spending time with them, or maybe something that we've got going on with them, is starting to diminish. This can usually show up where something is running out of steam, losing its grip, or maybe starting to lose its momentum because it's just maybe the wrong time, the wrong energy, the wrong efforts are being applied to that situation. And we may end up in a situation where we're working across purposes with this person. With the Ace of Wands reversed, we might even be kind of losing affection, losing interest for whatever this is. I feel like maybe it is a sign that this is either just something that does need to be put on ice for a minute, or at least given a timeout. For your challenge this week, you've got the Four of Wands upright. You don't really have any big challenges this week. The Four of Wands is all about celebrations, milestones, and accomplishments. Pairs very nicely with the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. When we get the Four of Wands upright as a challenge, more often than not, the challenge is to focus on the wins and to secure the wins. Make sure that you are giving yourself the opportunity to fortify what is working, and don't leave yourself wide open or invite problematic people, problematic situations to spoil the party. Now sometimes this card can indicate a need to be a bit more exclusive with your party, a bit more exclusive with your guest list. You're doing extremely well. Some of you may be in the space where you kind of let your compassion get the better of you, and you invite the spoil sport, or you invite the drama queen, or you invite the irresponsible, kind of buffoon to mess things up. Please don't do that, because this is going to be a good week for you. And your challenge is to, again, maybe be more exclusive with your guest list. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And so the Nine of Pentacles reversed is a card of bad company. This is a card of maybe diminished returns, hollow wins, or again, something that is maybe spoiling a good time. And in love and romance, it usually has to do with a problematic attachment or a problematic responsibility. Now, this could come up with a partner around something that they are attached to or something that you're attached to. This could be a codependent issue. This could be even something relating to problems with history that are kind of, again, putting a wet blanket on a lot of good things that are going on with the rest of this week. With the Nine of Pentacles reversed, we may need to be ready to divvy up certain responsibilities, certain consequences, and things like that. We may be overly involved, and we could be cramping each other's style. That happens sometimes in relationships, right? A certain amount of space and a certain amount of self-time and space is crucial, because there could be things that really are kind of mixing the wrong way. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, you might find yourself in a situation where somebody recent or somebody new, whether they know they're doing it or not, may just have a habit of letting things go that way. So make sure that boundaries are understood there. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 13th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. Because, of course, these are just general weather and traffic reports for, in this case, all varieties of Sagittarius people. So just keep that in mind. On the 13th, we've got the Sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus, which is kicking off the entire theme of this week for everybody. This is not just a one-day aspect, really. It's something that's going to kind of carry all the way up into the beginnings of next week as well, even though this conjunction only lasts one day. And this is all about your sixth house of work, reputation, schedule, the services you provide to the world and to your community, both on the job and off the job, even your family, as well as what you get back for what you give to the world. And when we have the Sun conjunct Uranus, this is all about excited and unorthodox activity, challenging limitations in order for growth, for progress, for things to move up in the world for you. Now, this could be setting off a trend where a lot of your social and professional environments are starting to become really topsy-turvy, starting to get even turned upside down to a certain degree, and shaking out things that have been maybe keeping you trapped in patterns or in comfort zones or in limiting containers, whether you knew it or not, whether you liked it or not. And this is going to be a time where you are getting a chance to rise up in your prominence socially, professionally, across the board. This is also a time where a lot of role changes and job changes and schedule changes and even benefit changes can be put on the table for some of you. So keep that in mind as well. This is about you getting a chance to take advantage of a lot of changes to the layout of your world in such a way where it lifts you up in your status and stature. On the 18th, we've got Venus conjunct Uranus here in that sixth house, Taurus, as well as the Sun conjunct Jupiter at the same time in the same place. And this is all about deviations and disruptions that bring lucky breaks. So Venus conjunct Uranus is all about gifts. Gifts that do take us out of our way, or take us off our path, or take us away from things that we have become accustomed to. Because Venus is about gifts, favor, love, affection, and popularity. And so with that, coupled with Jupiter, right, the bringer of luck, abundance, money, wealth, this is going to be a time where some very important breakthroughs in work circles, work situations, and even, again, just communities in general are starting to get disrupted. Old commitments, old plans, old ways of carrying on, old customs starting to dismantle. And yet, at the same time, for the fortunate, at least in your case, these could be things getting out of your way, blocks getting busted, walls coming down, barriers or blockages getting dispelled. But it is going to feel a little apocalyptic at times, even though there is much to gain here. Just keep in mind, because we have Uranus involved, this could also be bringing out some of the stressors or the stresses of those that may not necessarily be so open-minded or accepting of good change or good disruptions or good deviations when they happen. So that is what is going on for you this week, and even on into early next week when it comes to the astrology. Let's have a look and see now what's going on with your tarot and the traffic report. Sagittarius, it's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly tarot and the traffic. And so we've got your spiritual themes, money, material concerns, news from other, from maybe practical affairs, household matters, things like that. News from other people, friends, relatives, and contacts. Challenges. And love, romance, and partnerships. Okay, so for your big spiritual theme this week, you've got the High Priestess reversed. And so the High Priestess reversed is a warning card. It does talk about a need to be on the lookout for misleading information, false leads, maybe even meddling or some treachery that could be getting discovered with regards to certain plans or certain setups that we have. Now, these could be things that are getting revealed about the past, or this could be a warning about manipulative influences, manipulative go-betweens in the present. A lot of the times, the High Priestess reversed, we want to second guess, get second opinions, double check, fact check everything about what could be coming to us from other people. A lot of the times with the High Priestess reversed, we see things that were maybe contrived, that don't serve, or that don't take good care of us getting highlighted. Both things, again, from the past and recent past, and things that could be getting put on the table that we, again, need to look over. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, relates to home and family, you've got the Nine of Swords reversed. And so the Nine of Swords reversed is a card of baseless concern. It can be a card of drama. It could be a card of false flags. It could be a card of paranoia. Now, when this card shows up, there could be some good news, actually, weirdly enough, even though it's considered a pretty scary looking card. This could indicate an alleviation that comes your way. We find out about something that did scare us, or we thought we had to complete, or we thought we were on the hook for, or something that was going to be a problem for a long time, either getting cleared up or just getting reversed. So this could be good news, especially when it comes to old issues. However, this can be also a card that warns against getting sucked in to any kind of situation that might get put on the table this week by people who are acting out, high pressure situations, people making mountains out of molehills, people getting overreactive, and things like that. Because the Nine of Swords reverse could indicate problems either at work or around a financial matter, with people taking things too far, overworking an issue, creating a negative self-fulfilling prophecy, or possibly, stringing other people along into it. And so as long as we're able to kind of keep our heads, stay grounded, not get sucked into the communicable drama of it all, we're going to be okay. And again, there might even be some things that we thought were bad that followed us into this week that either we were totally wrong about, that were better than we thought, or get reversed. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Empress upright. And the Empress is all about very good news coming your way. This is about generosity, environmental transformations that are really kind of shaping up your world to function in a bigger, better way. This could indicate gifts coming to some of you, especially when it comes to gifts that are helping you with your material security, or again, your environmental circumstances, bringing in more happiness, health, and wealth there. This could be something that is being gifted to you by a friend or an ally, or this could be something that is developing in an environment that you frequent, whether it's work, a social space, a community space, or your home. With the Empress card, though, the good news is that this is likely something that is setting up a trend that is to last. This is not something that is just here today, gone tomorrow. For your challenge this week, you've got the Death card reversed. And so the Death card reversed is all about resistance to change, resistance to transitions, resistance to growth. This can be a card where you might find that a lot of things this week could be getting slowed down because of people that are maybe holding on to the past. falling behind the times or falling behind, other people, stuckness, stagnation, and even old business that seems to be getting clung to. It could be gumming up the works in things that we would like to see progress or move forward. As a challenge with the Death card reversed, it's important to remember that whatever is going on is in the natural course of things. And while people or, whatever is going on could be trying to slow things down, it's not going to succeed in stopping this change. And so you are going to want to make sure that you are not bound up or overly attached to a lot of things that are trying to slow you down or hold you back. And watch out for people that might be trying to kind of freeze time or hold things still to avoid a necessary change. When it comes to love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Nine of Wands reversed. And the Nine of Wands reversed is all about locked doors being opened. This is a card of openness, a card of vulnerability. This is a card of people stepping forward from beyond maybe a wall or beyond limitations, or maybe things that were maybe kept out of sight or out of access coming forward. Now, with the Nine of Wands reversed, this could be unlocking something for you and a partner, or a partner intended. If there is something that you and a partner have been struggling to make headway with, you've been beating your head against the door, or there is something that you've been maybe trying to take down as far as armor, or a block to intimacy in a certain area of your love life. This card is beautiful for that. This is also a card where doors or maybe roads that were once closed or shut or slammed once upon a time are opening back up. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, it's likely that there could be some opportunities for love and romance coming from, situations where people are making themselves visible, making themselves known. Again, either coming out from behind barriers or perhaps finally stepping into a space where they can be seen and connected with. And so that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 13th, 2024. And remember, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or follow the links in the down bar below. Because remember, these are just general weather and traffic reports, in this case for all the Capricorn varieties out there. You want to keep that in mind. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 13th, we've got the Sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus, your fifth house of love, romance, recreation, creativity, personal enterprises, and even parenthood and your relationships with your kids. And this combination is turning on pretty much what is the theme of this next week and a half even. Excited and unorthodox activity, challenging limitations. And this has a tendency to bring up a lot of exciting and very fun and enlivening activity in relationships, romantic connections, or romantic opportunities, as well as also help evolve relationships and connections that we have with our kids. But it is also taking us away from comfort zones, as well as taking us away from maybe even conditioning or beliefs or ways of carrying on and communicating the way we used to. And the same thing can also happen with creative enterprises and all of that. This is a win. And yet at the same time, it is asking for us to grow out of ourselves, or to grow out of what we kind of maybe by default do when we are communicating with people, engaging people, carrying on as a couple, carrying on as parent and child, carrying on in a personal enterprise. Because Uranus pushes for evolution and progress, though possibly in very upheaval feeling ways. This is a good win. And even for those of you who are single or available to new people, this can open up opportunities for new relationships, but we have to be ready to, again, let go of a lot of our old ways. On the 18th, we've got Venus conjunct Uranus in Taurus, as well as the Sun conjunct Jupiter there at the same time. And again, this fifth house of love and romance, creativity, personal enterprises, and parenthood is activated. And this is all about deviations and disruptions that bring lucky breaks. So Venus here is all about gifts, popularity, love, favors, and affection. And Jupiter in here is bringing in that wealth, abundance, good luck, and good fortune. And when we have them together, there is likely going to be some kind of development in a romantic relationship or a parent-child relationship or a personal enterprise that is a big score for you and all involved. This could even indicate some kind of development that is environmentally shifting or something that requires us to make room for a big win that is starting to magnetize itself towards us. But what happens with this is there is also a deviation from a path we've been on, a relationship path, a parenthood path, or maybe a creative path, and taking on something else as we proceed. These disruptions could stir the pot, especially in situations where people maybe have gotten accustomed to repetition or familiar patterns. But we are, again, kind of like what we said with the beginning of the week, we're being asked by these planets to grow out of ourselves in a lot of ways. And so this is something that's really, really good. This Jupiter could be bringing in economic and Venus could be bringing in romantic blessings all across the board. But again, they got to have somewhere to go. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with the tarot and the traffic. Hey there, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly tarot and the traffic. So we've got your spiritual themes, money and material concerns, news and messages from other people, challenges, and love, romance, and partnerships. Okay, so for your big spiritual theme and the big focus of this week, we've got the Ten of Swords reversed. And so the Ten of Swords reversed is one of those examples of a good reversed card. So for those of you energy vampires out there looking to get coddled in the comments, you won't get it from me. The Ten of Swords reversed is all about escapes. It's all about dodging a bullet. It's all about relief from situations that seemed inescapable. Getting an opportunity to exploit or maybe cash in on unexpected good news or good things coming out of what seemed to be a bad situation or unexpected paths opening up to lead us out of bad situations. This card is going to be showing up or showing its virtues in a lot of different corners of your life this week. And you want to make sure when we get the Ten of Swords reversed that we entertain the alternatives, entertain the escapes, and the relief that is being afforded to us. Make sure that you see where the shortcuts and the convenient exits and the saving graces and the unexpected good luck is going to be showing up, especially in situations that are already pretty tense or pretty ugly or pretty difficult, because we get a chance to slip out of those things this week. For your material concerns, work, job, finances, practical affairs as relates to your home and family life, you've got the Judgment card reversed. And so the Judgment card reversed is a true neutral card, right? Keyword, nuance. The Judgment card reversed can indicate a quit, a cancellation, or something getting blocked or stopped short. Now, this could be something good for some of you if you have been looking for an opportunity to maybe quit, walk away, or get out of some kind of professional or financial or contractual situation. If you have been trying to take your leave of something that does not take good care of you, or you're looking to substitute something out with something better, this can be a really good card. because again, something that we don't have to follow through with, we don't have to carry on, is, we are getting a chance to quit, or it's getting canceled out of our world. However, this can also indicate the potential for some upsets or some discombobulation, because this could be coming up in other ways. This could show up in a situation where maybe a quit or a cancellation is occurring around you, or being imposed on something that you are working on or working towards. And in that case, you are going to need to be ready for a substitution as well. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Strength card upright. And the Strength card is all about boldness, it's all about vitality, but it's also about building up strength. It's all about fortification. And so this week you may find that a certain important connection that you have, whether it's with a friend or it's a professional relationship, a family relationship, even a romantic relationship, is going through a very important upgrade and evolution. With the Strength card, we are getting a lot closer to each other, but there is also something coming through this connection or this association that is bolstering something in your life that has become very weak or very frail or very flimsy. Now, this could be something relating to maybe a certain structure of your world or the health of a certain situation in your world. But the Strength card is very good news, because it does indicate whatever is needed to fix the situation, to nurse it back to health, or to override any kind of issues that may have made it weak or frail or flimsy in the first place, are going to come. And so that's always really good stuff to hear. For your challenge this week, you've got the Three of Swords upright. And so the Three of Swords is all about heartache. It's all about feelings of betrayal and conflict when it's upright. And sometimes this card can show up as a challenge where there could be something going on where either we ourselves could be in a position where we are heartbroken about the actions or decisions made or taken by another person, or we ourselves have to make decisions that are going to feel like we are betraying or breaking the heart of another person. This is a card that is highlighting a lot of painful exchanges that could be going on, especially in a sensitive matter or in a situation that is already kind of on edge. But with the Three of Swords, unfortunately, it may be something that has to be seen through. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Five of Wands upright. And so with the Five of Wands upright, there's going to be something going on where a lot of maybe competitive activity, maybe even some quarreling, some competition going on in your love life will ensue. A lot of the times with the Five of Wands, this typically has to do with a lot of activity, a lot of responsibilities, and people wanting to kind of have things their way. We're kind of fighting over, what we're going to do next. Now, but if this is occurring in a romantic relationship, there could be an argument over the best course of action when it comes to a relationship plan, or maybe something that is a responsibility that we share, or a corner of our relationship that needs to change. We just don't agree on how. And the Five of Wands can also indicate possibly issues with other households that could come up for some of you. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, we might meet somebody new this week, but we could start off in kind of a rom-com kind of conflicting sort of way. There could be a lot of bantering. There could be a lot of, that kind of thing. And we want to make sure that, we still work on actually trying to connect and get to know each other. Sometimes this card can show up where people, especially in new relationships, need to be careful not to get all high maintenance and artificially empowered and, talk about themselves, and focus on trying to explore and connect with each other. And you might be dealing with somebody who might need a reminder of that. You might need a reminder of that, because there's a weird, rough meeting that could occur with that card. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 13th, 2024. And so, just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below, because you want to remember that these are general weather and traffic reports, in this case for all of the Aquarian varieties out there. And you want to keep that in mind, of course, when you're watching my YouTube stuff. So what's happening here when it comes to the 13th? Well, that is the day that kicks off the entire week for everybody when it comes to this week's themes that even go into next week as well. And that is the Sun forming a strong conjunction with Uranus in Taurus. For you, this is your fourth house of home, family, living situation, home economy, as well as your roots, or even relatives, that maybe are connected to you, but maybe a bit more distant. Now, this is all about excited and unorthodox activity challenging limitations. When we have the Sun and Uranus come together, there is usually some kind of big win or big break or something that is changing an old normal that has been holding us in the past or keeping some area of our life paralyzed. This could also be a really cool, on or around the 13th. It's not just the 13th. This could be a really good period for a lot of you who are maybe looking to make some kind of transformation to a home environment, the way a home is run, your home economy, or maybe, again, a family arrangement. But unorthodox activity could also indicate a win for you that could still be challenging for other people, or maybe even for you yourself to get fully acclimated to. But you're going to want to power through. On the 18th, we've got Venus conjunct Uranus here, as well as the Sun conjunct Jupiter here. And so now we have the planet of love, favor, gifts, and popularity and affection, Venus, and Jupiter, the planet of wealth, abundance, good luck, and good fortune, Jupiter, in the mix. And so this spells deviations and disruptions that bring lucky breaks. And it's likely that as we close up this week and even go on into next week, there could be some cancellations or deviations or disruptions to plans or to structures or to norms in a home or family situation or a home economic situation that could be stressful, could be extremely hectic, and maybe even frustrating to a certain degree, that are going to come either because of gifts, big wins, or some kind of transformation to the way your home system or your family system works to make it run all the more smoothly, become all the more comfortable, well-connected, and secure. When we have connections like this go on in the astrology, it's basically saying, be prepared. These deviations and disruptions are going to pay you off. You do not want to cling to your comfort zones, whether this has to do with the way you've been living, the way you've been, maybe engaging with family or home economy matters, and make sure that you are not holding too tightly to familiar patterns or to old ways of being, because this is going to be, you might be tempted to block your own good fortune if it feels inconvenient. And as we go through this weekend, we have a chance to make some really good scores, but we've got to be okay with a few disruptions. So that is what we've got for the astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Okay, Aquarius, it's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly tarot and the traffic. So we've got your spiritual themes, money and material concerns, messages and news from other people, challenges, and love, romance, and partnerships. Okay, So when it comes to the spiritual theme of this week for you, you've got the Knight of Wands reversed, which is a card of impulsivity, high energy, distractibility, but also sometimes disorganization, a lot of creative chaos, a lot of excitement, not really a good way to let it out or put it to work. You might be dealing with a lot of situations this week where things seem just a bit discombobulated or again, hyperactive or hyperreactive. And this could be things developing out of projects and out of plans that you're walking into this week with, or out of environmental circumstances that seem to be just sort of stimulating this every, so often. When we get this card, it's important to pay attention to where there is a right way and there is a stupid way to go about making sure that we can speed up growth, speed up developments, to prosper or to capitalize on excitement or enthusiasm. There could be things that maybe are starting prematurely, starting on the wrong foot, or it's revealed that they have already, that we got to be ready to get under control. Not everyone around you might be as insightful or as self-aware, and so you're going to have to be ready to be the voice of reason in a lot of spaces. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, you've got the Ace of Swords upright. And so this is a card of new roads, new opportunities. I refer to this for my tarot students as the green light card. And so something that you've been maybe looking to get started with, or something that you've been waiting for the right time and space to get down to business with, that's getting made available this week. This is a card where a lot of you could be getting a new destination marker on a professional plan for your future, or maybe a financial goal. The Ace of Swords is all about opportunity. It's all about being able to capitalize on new opportunities, as well as even getting keys to locks that you did not know how to open before, which of course are keys to not only new money, new treasure, but maybe even new professional and career trajectories that either you've been hunting for or are coming to you to consider. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, contacts, we've got the Hierophant card upright. And so the Hierophant is all about getting ready to take on a new role, take on a new position, or take on some kind of change to your reputation in a community, a family group, or an organization that you are connected to. This could be a new title. This could also be a change in a law, or maybe something coming forward as a decision in your favor with something that you've been putting on the table with other people. However, with the Hierophant card upright, it's also asking that you be ready. You are going to take on a lot of new responsibilities, a lot of new expectations from other people, and it's also very likely that you may have to take on some kind of formal or informal sort of tutorial in how to operate in this capacity. So if this is like a work group, a social group, or maybe a license or an agreement or some kind of approval you've been waiting on, you've got it, but you got to get acclimated to what it means once you get down to business with whatever you're searching for. For your challenge this week, you've got the Five of Cups upright. The Five of Cups upright is all about dealing with loss and grief and mourning, but not new losses. This is the thing that we got to keep in mind when this card shows up. The Five of Cups is all about dealing with old business that we have not dealt with, or maybe going through the process of coping with or adjusting to losses that have already happened. Sometimes this can require us to be ready to clean up a mess we've not cleaned up, deal with old business that we've been avoiding or we've been out of sync with, that we've not been giving time to. Maybe we just didn't want to face it, or packing up figuratively or maybe literally from situations that have run their course, but we have yet to move on. With this card, again, I want to remind everybody, this is not about new losses or new disappointments, but it is about facing old losses or old hurts that may still be exerting an influence over the present. And finally, for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we've got the Seven of Swords upright. And so the Seven of Swords is a card of problematic action. With this card, we can often see situations where unplanned or efforts that are not really thought through could be putting us or other people at risk in some way, or there could be some controversial actions or controversial plans or controversial ideas getting put on the table in love. The Seven of Swords can sometimes indicate as well issues around situations where underhandedness or secrecy could be creating strife or controversy in a relationship. There could be something going on with maybe us facing where a partner or a partner intended has not thought something through. And so, again, they're not being very careful with their choices, they're not being very careful with their actions, and they're putting themselves or maybe even other people at risk. Or this could be a situation where, we catch a situation where maybe somebody has been jerking us around. It might not be a partner jerking you around, but it could be a situation where us as a couple or even old business from an old relationship or, an old past situation, even if it's not related to love, could still be again, exerting an influence here as well. And so that is going to need to come up. Just be careful with the Seven of Swords. Again, it is about unstable effort. This can indicate things that feel really gratifying and could be, but they're being gone about the wrong way at the wrong time, or again, they're not being thought through properly. And that can also come up in new connections as well. So be responsible, be smart, and as I always say, be good or good at it. And if people do not know how to do that, they shouldn't be doing it. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 13th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And I just want to give that reminder because remember, these are just general weekly weather and traffic reports for the Piscean varieties that come here. And so for more personal stuff, again, it's got to be a personal reading. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 13th, this week's and the next week, honestly, this next week and a half, let's say it this way, themes really kick off with the Sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus. And for you, this is your third house of communications, contracts, pacts, promises, commitments, as well as allies, collaborations, and helpful third parties. And when we have this conjunction happen on and around the 13th, a lot of excited and unorthodox activity is going to be challenging limitations for you and your life. Now, these could be limiting agreements, limiting contracts, limiting commitments, or this could be self-imposed limitations or even limitations that we've been operating with or, kind of acclimated to and even okay with to a certain degree. This could be a lucky break in a search. This could be some kind of win brought to you through an ally, a friend, or a collaborator, or a transformation or an alteration to a commitment or a contract or a condition that is actually very advantageous to you. But it is going to challenge the limitations of you and possibly others. On the 18th, we've got Venus conjunct Uranus here in this third house. And we also have the Sun conjunct Jupiter here as well. And so we're adding the planet of love, favors, popularity, and affection, and the planet of wealth, abundance, good luck, and good fortune into the mix. And When we do, we have deviations and disruptions that bring lucky breaks. This is the kind of combo as we close up this week, go into the weekend, and even in the beginning of next week, where a lot of hookups are coming your way. People helping you out, friends and allies linking you to things. Venus in the third house is a great matchmaker kind of aspect. And this could also be people gifting you or taking you by the hand, assisting you. Jupiter here is all about, again, gifts as well, but things that also really hook us up socially, financially, and professionally. But disruptions and deviations to your norm. Getting ready to capitalize on lucky breaks may require you to realize where the conditions that you have been maybe operating with have been refuting good fortune, and where you need to be able to deviate from them and disrupt them in order to get it. Hookups that require you to walk away from a path that you've been on, socially, professionally, personally, whatever. Gifts, big wins financially, socially, and professionally may require you to change career tracks or change something about your surroundings in order to accommodate them. But they are there. While they are deviations and disruptions, this is also a win condition. And this is something that a lot of people, regardless of where it's happening in their chart, will be challenged to see what they can do to make it happen. So that is what I've got for you. Let's have a look and see now what is going on with your tarot and the traffic. Okay, Pisces, time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly tarot and the traffic. So we've got your spiritual themes for the week. Money, material concerns, work and career as well. News and messages from the environment, friends, relatives, contacts. Challenges. And love, romance, and partnerships. Okay. So for your big spiritual theme or the big focus, you've got the Queen of Pentacles upright, which is a fabulous card. This card is all about support, security, and fortification and fruitfulness of skill. So we have both good news as far as a lot of alterations of plans and setups that you have to help you to not only become more financially and materially secure, but also things that are going to transform the layout of a lot of corners of your world so that you can work better, work more easily, do the things you love, gain from the things that you love. The Queen of Pentacles can also indicate a lot of interventions going on. Whenever the queens show up in a spiritual theme, this can be kind of seen as a divine mother kind of intervention experience. So for you this week, there's definitely a lot of that divine mom kind of focus coming through, where there's a lot of refinement to things that are maybe going forward in an inefficient way, or they are costing us and we don't know it. Sometimes the Queen of Pentacles will show up and start lifting up things that have a lot of great promise that need to be lifted up, while also shutting down things in our life that are costing us, kind of sparing us in that sense. So there's an added bonus of protection here as well for you. But all in all, a really good week. For your material circumstances, your work, job, finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the World reversed. And the World card reversed is all about restarts, do-overs, and resets. And so this can be a really good card, especially in situations where you wish you could do something over that maybe you didn't do the right way, or you didn't do in a way where you feel like it paid off. This can show up where we get second chances with maybe career opportunities, job opportunities, financial projects, financial pursuits. This can also indicate do-overs of things that are important aspirations to us that are getting a chance to happen, but with maybe better setups for us and the people involved. This could indicate things that are also allowing us to take maybe a treasured goal or aspiration or something we really care about down a higher road than it's been on, or to a better setup than it's been on. However, with the World card reversed, it does indicate we do need to be ready to maybe let go of trying to polish or make something work where it is, how it is, or under the circumstances it's getting built. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Two of Swords reversed. And the Two of Swords reversed is all about commitments. It's all about decisions. It's all about focus. It's all about engagement. And when we get this card, this is making something official. This is like sealing an important deal with a friend, a contact, a family member, maybe even a romantic partner, as far as a course of action is concerned. Or this could be news about something getting set in stone that is a very important hookup for us or them that will still be a boon for us. Now, with the Two of Swords reversed, kind of like that World card reversed, whatever this commitment or this hookup is going to take up a lot of space. This is something that does require some world adjustments in order for us to integrate with it or to integrate with us, usually both. So there is going to be some work there, but it's good. For your challenge this week, you've got the Eight of Swords upright. The Eight of Swords is all about inertia. It's about entrapment, stalls, paralysis, standing still, kind of just doing the same thing over and over and over again, hoping that eventually something will either evolve out of it that's superior to what you've got going on, or something will deliver you from it. And with the Eight of Swords, Pisces, this is basically saying, knock it off. As a challenge, the Eight of Swords is indicating here there could be something going on where you are attached to a plan or a situation that will not go forward. And the binding that we have to it was either self-imposed or it's self-perpetuated, and we need to be cutting the cord. The Eight of Swords can also indicate if it's not you, you may need to be ready to face a situation where another person or another situation is choosing to remain stuck, go in circles, Groundhog Day kind of experience. And let's face it, that can have a negative collateral effect on anyone around that person or that situation, and you might need to take some space. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Knight of Swords reversed. And the Knight of Swords reversed is one of the conflict cards. It can indicate a situation where somebody or maybe a situation has hit a bit of a boiling point. A lot of the times with the Knight of Swords reversed, there could be something coming up where a disagreement turns into a full-on fight. This could also indicate a situation where it's possible something that we agreed to disagree about with a partner and kind of live and let live is no longer that way. This can sometimes be because of an outside influence, or this could be maybe a reveal that the live and let live tolerance of it all was not fully truthful. Whatever is going on here, again, there can be a fight. There could be an argument about the situation that needs to get sorted, and it's not really getting sorted the old way. There can also be, for some of you, a situation that comes up if this is not between you and a partner. You may be dealing with a situation where an associate of yours or an associate of your partner's could be also behaving in this way. For those of you who are single or available to new people, the Knight of Swords reversed is indicating be careful of hothead activity this week, or again, situations where you might find that opportunities for love or a peaceful relationship might be getting repelled or maybe compromised by volatile influences around you or the other person. And so that's going to also, need to be looked at for what it is. But that's what that one's all about. So that is what I've got for you. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.